Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the island.
Whoa, this thing's heavy. I can't even go higher.
Well, then maybe we can get 3 fronts out of the log. Just go to 60 cc. All the way to there. Well, guys, while me and Pete were working on the cabin there, I got a really awesome text saying that my motorcycle is finally finished and I can go pick it up. So I'm gonna head out now, pick up my motorcycle, and then also this morning I was working on some of our RIV paperwork, and that all got finalized. So everything's done. All that's left to do is take them in and finish the importation, and I can start my motorcycle adventures. So I'm really excited to go get my bike back after all these months. It's raining a little bit right now, even though it's blue skies. It's kind of weird. Slight drizzle. Apparently tonight we're supposed to have a pretty big storm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to pick up my motorcycle. Woo-wee. Man, I'm excited. It's been way too long, and this time I'm picking it up for real. Last time I came here, it turned out that it's my brother's motorcycle that was done, but this time it's mine. So, let's go pick it up. Well, guys, there she is. Finally back after all this time. It looks good, everything's new. I got a new shift lever, I got a new brake lever, and yeah, it just looks beautiful and ready to ride. I'm going to take this thing to Canadian Tire now and do the final step, or at least one of the final steps that I need to do before we can take it out on a ride. Made it to Canadian Tire. Pretty sure this time I have all the paperwork I need. So this should only take about 30 minutes, and then I can go, attempt, at least check out what it would be to get insurance and a new license plate. Well, I wasn't able to get my motorcycle through the RIV inspection today. Not because I didn't have the right paperwork like last time, everything was correct, but the Canadian Tire didn't have time to do the inspection today, so I'm just gonna have to wait until Monday to bring it in, which is kind of a bummer, but at least I got my bike now. It's been a long time waiting, and I'm about to offload it, and then sadly I'm just gonna have to park it for a little bit longer before I can take it out for a ride. I mean, I'll get a short, tiny little ride just while I go park it, but man, it feels so good to have it back. And I look forward to the day that the next time I'm pulling out of this driveway, I'll be heading on a little motorcycle trip somewhere around Canada. I am currently on a little bit of a vacation. We just had about 30 guys, some friends from Germany and a couple of our cousins that came up to the island and visited. And It was a pretty fun and long week.
It's crazy because this is a bay. Connected. Bay is like this massive lake, Lake Huron.
Ich hab einfach reingefasst.
Wait, I'm gonna screw it on. Yeah, they stink as well. Ich hätte da nicht die Hände drin gewaschen, diesmal.
It's pretty far.
Oh, it took me 3 hours to get to the island.
It'd be like a day trip to.
Oh yeah. Oh yes! Woo! That was deep enough.
Oh yeah.
Hey, is deep enough?
Not that high actually.
Yeah. Hey, they didn't do it.
With the shoes too? That's crazy.
So now I'm going to be heading in the Jeep, trying to find a camp spot to spend the night and kind of relax. But before we do that, I'm going to be heading to the lighthouse, and I'm probably going to go for a swim. When the German friends were up here, we found a jumping cliff that I've never seen before that's actually pretty high. So I want to go give that a try, and if I can, we'll also find a nice camping spot in that area. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a while, a very long while actually, since I've camped in the Jeep. And I've just brought a few things, some freeze-dried meals, our jet boil, and yeah, I'm gonna have a fun time out on the road for the first time in a long time. So there is a fire ban in effect. I was actually wondering if that was the case, and I guess that sign just proves it, because we've been having a lot of wildfires here in Canada in recent days, and a lot of the provinces have actually shut down like the majority of their parks and camping spots and stuff like that. In some areas you're not even really allowed to, go hiking or anything, just because there's such a dry spell kind of going through some of these areas. Luckily, we don't have any of that in Ontario as far as I know. I wasn't really planning on lighting a fire today since I'll most likely be sweating. It's pretty hot out, but that's good to know. We actually did see smoke from what appeared to be a little forest fire startup not that far from the island, and that was definitely a little bit scary. I flew the drone up to take a look at it, and was talking with some of our neighbors in the area, and luckily for us, not too long after we kind of noticed the smoke coming up, we saw some firefighting helicopters and planes going over, and now there's no smoke. So hopefully that one's fully out and no more in the area start up. But I think once we get back to the island, I'm gonna have to take a look at some of our firefighting equipment and make sure that we're properly prepared and equipped just in case we have to deal with something like that. Alright, so my initial plan was to jump off the cliff that our friends found, but the waves are a lot bigger today, so I'm gonna check it out and see if it's, safe for me to be able to climb back onto shore, and if so, I'm looking forward to giving it a try. But Who knows, these waves look pretty big. Yeah, well, that's a little bit unfortunate. I really wanted to jump off the cliff there, but the waves made it where I don't think I would probably be able to climb back up, and that's definitely not a good position to be in, so I'll just have to come back later at some point. But for now, I need to find a camp spot for camp tonight, because unfortunately the camp spot over here says no overnight parking, so I think that's out. There's a couple other spots that show up on iOverlander, which is a website and app that you can find camping spots on, so I think I might check out a couple of those, and if none of those are nice, then there's one spot I know of that usually is empty, so we'll see how it goes. But man, what a beautiful view up there. Every time I come here, I'm just astounded by how gorgeous everything is. Well, it was definitely worth a shot, at least. One of the camping spots that I'm planning on checking out has a river right next to it, so we still might be able to get some early morning swims in. And I also brought a fishing rod just in case. Alright, I'm heading through a pretty tight trail to see if the camping spot by the river is open. It's been pretty crowded in the area since the weather's been so nice. It's actually the most people I've ever seen up here. Usually we barely have anyone in this area, but so hopefully it's open, and if not, I guess I'll have to try and find another spot, but it is getting pretty late, so I'd like to find camp as soon as possible. Woo! Uh-oh. Well, it looks like that nice family there had got that camping spot before earlier today, which was probably a smart move. I should have headed out a little bit earlier, but just had to talk with them a while, gave them some fishing tips, even though I haven't had the best luck fishing either. Yeah, but it's fun to talk to them. I'm gonna check around here, and then if not, I'll head to a spot called Halifax Road, which is a old logging road, and check up there. I know there's a lake with some pretty good fishing down that road, so we'll see. I've got one more spot I want to take a look at here though. Well, all those camping spots were full. It is a pretty popular spot, so I'm not too surprised. It's definitely a good reminder though. It's been a long time since I've gone out traveling or camping in the Jeep, so I was a little bit rusty and I didn't really plan ahead at all, so that's kind of what I get. I'm definitely gonna have to make sure to be a lot more thorough in my planning and scouting when I'm on my motorcycle, so I don't run into that sort of issue in a spot that I don't have my island a little bit away. So I'm gonna check one last spot, and if there's no camping spots there, then I guess I'm just gonna have to go home in defeat, which isn't the end of the world. I was just kind of coming out to do a quick little camp in the Jeep to kind of warm things up again and, you know, kind of get my head back in the game. either way, I had a lot of fun just driving around and exploring a bit in this area. Some of these roads I haven't been up before. I just heard about them from some people in town. So at least now I know they're there and I can come back at some point to test them out. Maybe when I get my motorcycle, that'd be a great little spot to do a camping like warm up, to check all my gear and check how the bike's doing before heading out on any of the major trips that we have planned. Well guys, unfortunately, it looks like I'm out of luck for a camping trip tonight, but I think that kind of works out for the best. My sister Caroline and her husband Matt came up to the island, so it doesn't really make sense for me to go camping tonight anyways. But anyways, I had a really fun drive. It was nice to see some of those spots, and honestly, today and yesterday with our friends from Germany have really inspired me to travel around Canada more. Just seeing some of those stereotypical Canadian scenes like the float plane taking off and the beautiful coast there kind of made me decide in my head on doing a motorcycle trip in Canada. It makes a little more sense this late into the year anyways. Of course Europe's still on the table, but yeah, I think going to Newfoundland or something like that would be so beautiful on the bike. But for now, I'm just going to head home. I'll have Peter pick me up, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick little update on the garden and the cabin before I end this week's video. I didn't realize when I was in the car saying I'll see you tomorrow that tomorrow was actually Sunday, which is of course when I upload. So forgot what I was saying. Oh, the garden is doing great. As you can see, the tomatoes are growing especially well, and some of them are even starting to ripen, and everything else is doing awesome. The forest fire situation has definitely died down recently. That fire is completely out and we haven't seen any nearby at all. I know that in my recent videos I've been away from the island a lot, so for next week's video I'm planning on doing a lot more of the cabin build and just filming some of the beautiful scenery up here. I've been away quite a bit, and even when I'm here, I've been working on a lot of motorcycle stuff, so I really want to just let go of all that for a couple days and just enjoy my time here at the island. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Thank you for all your support. And as always, a special thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my Patreon channel. I will see you guys next time for another adventure.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises.